What's going on, King fans? What's going on, hockey fans? This is Ronarks. Kings are back in the playoffs after a 1 year hiatus. Um, and I know it's only game one, but it didn't start off as the way I wanted it to. We were dominated this whole game. We were dominated. Allowed the Sharks to play their style of hockey. This game should have been like 5-1. We got two lucky goals. Um, so I wasn't pleased by the way we played this game. I had to work, but I was watching the highlights. I know if you look at the stats and you didn't really watch the game, you would think, oh, yeah, we were in it. But you watch the highlights, watch the game, some of the game, we we were dominated. The Sharks played their style of hockey. They came out like I expected them to. Um, they're motivated. They want to erase that bad taste in their mouths from 2 years ago. Um, Joe Pavelski tore us up as expected. He's the captain, so he's definitely going to step up. Taking over from taking the seat from Joe Thornton. I expected Thomas Hurdle to do some damage. Who else? Who else? Who else? There's a lot. Brent Burns. He does. He does. He's pretty much done. Every time we played him, has done damage against us. I expected Martin Jones to do his thing. We've seen he came from our organization. We've seen the way what he's capable of. So that's not going to surprise me at all. He's going to be solid the whole series. Um, and on the other side, our side, I was pleased with Quick's performance. The guys in front really let him down. Kopitar just being out muscled by Pavelski. I've never seen Kopi be out muscled and pretty much watching Keys. I never seen him get out muscled like that, out hustled. That just shows the Sharks are ready. 17 seconds in that third period, they score, and then after that everything kind of settled down, and it just yeah. I've the whole season, even though we had a good regular season, we weren't in danger of dropping out of the playoffs. I've been on the fence with this team, Kings, and I know, if you're a Kings fan, you're barely stumbling upon my vlogs. I'm not a homer. I've said this in my other sports vlogs. I'm not a homer. I'll tell it like it is. If my team's playing like shit, or if they're not doing, what I expect them to do, I'm gonna say it. I'm not a homer. Um, I've been on the fence. Even though like I said, they had a good regular season. I just wasn't used to being in first. All that time and second. I'm more comfortable with third place and fighting for that wild card. Just because they show a lot of fight when they're in that position. They have something to prove, and they pretty much coasted the whole season. They were in the league for the Pacific Division league for a while. They choked it. Choked it off to the Sharks. I mean, after excuse me, to the Ducks, which I expected. That was vintage Kings right there. That's the team Kings team I expected to show up the last 3 weeks. I was like, okay, well, I'm not surprised they did that shit because they do that shit a lot. It's the LA attitude. The LA attitude. The meh. Meh. Playoffs, meh. Lakers had it when they were in the playoffs. Dodgers, we have it all the time. The guys are never serious. And the Kings, we have it. Just have to start to get going when they need to. They can't start off. They can't just be like, okay, well let's do some damage right off the bat. No, they have to make it hard, stress us out, and then turn it on. Which it's eventually it's going to catch up to them because if we go down 2-0 or 3-0 to Shark, it's over. I guarantee you we're not going to come back down from 3-0 the second time around. No, and in my opinion, game two is a must win for us because beating the Sharks 4 out of 5 times, as motivated as they are, that's a tall task. And this team needs to do their homework, play their style of hockey, and slow this Sharks team down because we couldn't even keep up with that Sharks team. They controlled the whole game. So I know it's game one, a lot of playoff hockey left, but you know I didn't I didn't I didn't expect to be that dominant like that in game one. So like I said, I knew the Sharks were gonna be motivated, but You know, it's just they had trouble, man. I don't know what it was in their heads that they expected the Sharks to. They were playing that game even though it was a close game on the scoreboard. Like the 2014 Sharks were gonna show up, and it's all too familiar, guys. It's all too familiar of falling behind. We've done this the past already. This is the third season in a row, well, playoff season in a row. A couple of years ago, fell behind to the Blues, down 2-0. And then, of course, 2014, the Sharks down 3-0. It just seems all too familiar of just lack of preparation and just lack of motivation. And then they seem to want to turn it on when they're in deep shit. And they've gotten away with it the last couple of times, but it's going to catch up to them, and they got to get going. You know, So I mean, I love Luch, by the way. Lucic, I love what he's done. He had an awesome game today. Um, but they seem like they did a good job on Kopi. They didn't let him really do anything. He's got to step. He's got to be Kopi and not get freaking manhandled in front of that net. Um, but game two's on Saturday. Must win, my opinion. And hopefully these guys will. This will light a fire under their asses, man. I'm fucking just sick and tired of fucking falling behind fucking early. I mean, fucking stop making it hard on yourselves, man. Fucking show some motivation and fucking come out and show that you want to fucking win a playoff series. I know, like I said, I know it's game one, but I'm just all too familiar. I just hate falling behind early. You know, jump out in front, man. Jump out in front. You know, stop making it interesting. Stop making it hard on yourselves. Um, so until game two, this is Ronk saying, "Go Kings, go," and I'm up. See ya.